So welcome to TechnoDadLife, where we build, learn, and create as a community. And on today's episode, we're going to be installing Syncthing, which is an alternative to ResiloSync. And so what Syncthing does is it syncs two folders from a computer to a server, which is what we're going to show you how to do today. But you can also use it to sync multiple computers to one server or even server to server. So it's a very handy option to have, and why we like it over ResiloSync, which is more popular, is it has no subscription, so it's completely free. And if you like this video today, make sure you like, and if you haven't already, subscribe, and here we go now. Okay, so let's go about installing Syncthing. So actually, before we do that, we want to make sure we have PuTTY installed. And you can find that at putty.org. And then go to download PuTTY and click here and then download it for your system. So next what we're going to do is go to GitHub and go to Synctrasure, and that is the Windows application for Syncthing. And so also download that and install it, and that is installation is just like any other Windows application, so we're not going to go over that. Once you've done those, go back to Openmediavault and go to Docker. And then over here in the top right, we're going to type in Syncthing. And then we're going to scroll down to Syncthing, and then click on the information button. And so that gives us information about Syncthing, but actually it doesn't give us any information about installing it. So we're going to go with what I learned, and then we're going to click Start. Once that's done, click Close, and then we're going to click on Syncthing and Run Image. Type in Syncthing. Restart policy as always. We're going to put this in host mode. And next we're going to find out what our PUID and our PGID is. So we're going to click on PuTTY. We're going to copy our IP address and then put that in PuTTY here. Then we're going to click Open. And you might get a window that asks for permission. Just click Accept and then log in as root and your password. Next we're going to type in ID space and then the user on your system. Mine is user1. Then click Enter. And then next we're going to copy the UID and the GID. Close that. And so here the UID is 1000, which is the same as ours, and the GID is 1000. We're going to change that. So we click on the right box, backspace, and then we click on the check mark. Next we're going to hit slash and Syncthing. Then we're just going to click on the folder, go to shared folders and media, and this will be where Syncthing is going to store the data. We're going to click OK. Hit the plus sign. Going to hit the slash again, and then we're going to put in slash config. So next we're going to go to our app data folder and create a Syncthing folder there. And we can close that and go back to the folder here, go to shared folders, app data, and Syncthing, and OK, and then hit the plus sign, and then click Save. So next what we're going to do is copy our IP address and go to the Syncthing on our server. And so that is 8384. And if you want them to collect anonymous data, click yes, otherwise click no. And so the first thing that we want to do is actually delete this default folder. So that folder was for if we want to share information from our server back to our PC. We don't want to do that. And then next we're going to open our Synctrasure. And you can see these look exactly the same. So what we're going to do is move these to the sides. And here you can see our server is on the left and our desktop PC is on the right. And so this is what they're going to look like for a little while. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is go to our server and delete the default folder. And you click on Unshared, click Edit, and then Remove. and yes. And then we're going to do the same thing on our desktop. Next, what we're going to do is actually add a folder to our desktop, and this is the information that we want to share. So we're going to click on Add Folder. And so the information we want to share is some documents. I should say the information that we want to sync. So we'll put the pathway to that folder, and then we're going to give it a title. So we're not going to enable sharing yet, and then we're going to click Save. And so now you can see our folder is now available to be shared, but right now it's unshared. Then we actually have to click on Actions, and what we're going to be doing is adding the server to our desktop and then our desktop to our server. So click on Actions, Show ID, copy the ID, go down to Add Remote Device. So we'll click on Add Remote Device. We're going to paste that there, and then we're going to call this server, otherwise it puts in a random name. Click Save, and there you can see our server is, and it's not connected yet. Now we're going to do the same thing on our desktop, so we're going to go up to Actions, Show ID, copy the ID, close that, go over to our server, click Add Remote Device, paste in the ID, call this desktop 1, and then save that. And so now basically the two desktops can communicate to each other, but now we want to make it so they actually share information. So what we're going to do is go back to Server, scroll down to Edit, and then we're going to click on Sharing. And we're going to click on Introducer, Auto Accept, and then we're going to share our BioCell folder. We're going to click Save. Then we're going to go back to our server, click on Unused, scroll down to Edit, go to Sharing, Introducer, Auto Accept, and because we deleted that folder, there's no folders to share. And then we're going to click Save. Then the next thing we're going to do is, again, go up to Actions, click on that, and then click Restart, and then it will start downloading or synchronizing. And there you can see it's up to date. And so let's check to see if these two folders are the same. So let's go to our desktop, click on Up to Date, click on Open Folder, and there you can see we have a bunch of PDFs. If we go to the server side, we click Up to Date, there's no way to go directly to the folder. So if we click on our media folder, you can see the BioCell has been added to the media folder. Two other things have been added in. One is config and one is sync. So if you want to make things neat, you could put these in a subfolder. And so if we click on BioCell in our server, now you can see the same PDFs are there. So Syncthing can be used to sync desktops to a server. They can be used to sync servers very easily, and you can actually also sync Android phones and tablets. There is no iOS app for this. Well, there's an unofficial one, but it does not work very well, so I wouldn't suggest using that. And so that's it for today, and if you like this video, make sure you like it, and if you haven't already, subscribe and hit that bell button to be notified of new videos, and we'll see you next time. Bye-bye.